Hey guys, Sharkin here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be answering a question that has been asked a lot lately. So everybody's been wondering, just with BFA coming around the corner, pretty much just a few months away, what to invest, what to use their gold on, what should I stock up on, just pretty much that question. So I'm here to answer that today as best as I can, because I'm not here to give you guys the answer. I can't just be like, invest in A, B, C, you're gonna do well. That's not the way it goes, because if everybody invested in A, B, and C, and you have multiple goblins in your realm, you're not gonna make profit out of it. You will a little bit, but not as good as you could make if I helped you this way. So I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions. You guys are gonna answer the questions for yourself, look through and think about these questions, and hopefully at the end you will think of some stuff that you reckon would be profitable to stock up for next expansion. So as we know, there's two things we can do. Number one, we can stock up on such things like mounts, mats, and stuff that we believe will go up in price. The number two thing we can do is to buy tokens and fill up our game time, fill up our BattleNet balance, pretty much fill up everything we can and hold as little as possible gold, but not like no gold. So maybe let's say you have 10 million gold now. Let's just say something a little bit simpler. So if you have 1,000,000 gold right now, you just hit the million and you want to invest. Maybe invest like 500,000-600,000 so you can keep 400,000 free, so you can buy herbs, buy ores, buy whatever you need, or buy gear at the start of next expansion. You don't want to go into there poor. So let's talk about the first question. If you choose to do token, that's pretty easy. You just go buy tokens, easy peasy. So these are the couple of questions I'm going to ask you guys. So number one, how much gold do you have at the moment and how much of it you're willing to invest? So this is really up to you. This is your choice. If you want to invest most of your gold, but don't invest something that you're afraid to lose. So let's say you have 1,000,000 gold and you invest 800,000. What if you lost that 800,000? Because it can happen. There is no person who knows everything that's going to happen. The market can be funny at any time. Of course, good guesses, and there's mostly what is going to happen, but it's all a gamble in the end, and that's what we're doing. So make sure you know how much gold you have at the moment and how much of that you're willing to invest and possibly lose, or make triple, quadruple, whatever it is off that. So number two question, it will be, will it be easy to farm next expansion? So, will it be easy to farm next expansion? Will it be hard to farm next expansion? You have to see. So let's say item A. If it becomes harder to farm next expansion, or let's say the supply drops, that could increase the price of it. Let's say something, well, I'm not going to name anything. Let's say something is farmed really a lot now. Let's just say something simple as, actually I'm not going to name something, like Fell Slate. With less Fell Slate being farmed, will the price go up? This is a question that you can use that on anything, like anything. Like, you know, is it more harder? Maybe because of the scaling, as you guys can see now, the scaling 185, less HP. Of course, the scaling shouldn't be too bad off, but what if it is? You guys got to think about this one. So will it be easier or harder to farm next expansion can affect the price. The next question, will it still be useful and or wanted next expansion? So if it's still useful, it could be anything. Maybe potions, flasks, start of the expansion, literally anything. Ores, maybe you want to do like blacksmithing next expansion. Will it still be useful or wanted? There's lots of stuff people still want. Like I said, potions and stuff. So that's the next question. You got to answer that one for yourself. And the next question is, are the mats limited by cooldowns or dailies? So this one's a little bit simpler. So right now we are in Legion, and because everybody, see, let's say all these people, this is actually BFA beta, but what if all these people right now were doing dailies and doing stuff with cooldowns right now because it's current expansion? But what happens next expansion? Who's going to go back and do those? So go take a look at that. Think about it. Are the mats limited by cooldowns? Dailies? Maybe not mats. Is something limited by cooldowns or dailies? So hopefully that will help a lot of people. Are there any major changes that might affect certain items? Example of this is of course the magic carpet. So major changes by Blizzard do come in. Sometimes they're announced pretty big, sometimes they're not really announced. One of them, this is just an example, this is the only real example I'm going to give you guys. This is, if you choose to do it, that's up to you guys. So, as you guys know, there is the flying carpet. So the flying carpet right now on live servers costs around anywhere between 2 to 5k. I would say average of 4k. It only costs like 2k to make, and you've got the mats. It's nothing like this, the mats on live. So on the mats on live, I believe it is 4 golden Draenites, and as you can see this one, the mats have changed around. Who knows, this is still beta, they could still take this out, but it's still investment. So this right now, let's just say 3k. What if you dropped it down? How much does this cost? This. If I go to the auction house and bought these items on live right now, that would cost me probably like 100 gold to make. Let's say I sell on the auction house for 200 gold. I'd be making, what, 100 gold off every single flying carpet, and it'd be flying out the window. So you have to think, maybe these ones will go up. So this is a change, and it possibly could come into live. It's already been announced on Wowhead. This is not official, this is just like data mined, so definitely worth it to come look at these. So any major changes that might affect certain items, you got to think, any major changes. So, and the last question I'm going to ask you guys is, how bad can it backfire? Let's say I buy these ones right now for 5 gold a piece. What's the worst case scenario that can happen? What's the best case scenario that can happen? What if it goes up to 200 gold a piece? Maybe it goes to 50 gold. Let's say this one goes down. What if it goes down to 1 gold because everybody wants to farm it? So you got to think, not just for this one, you got to think about every single investment of yours. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen maybe is you could break even. At the end, I just sell it all for 5 gold again, done. Or it could drop down to absolutely worthless, a great item. You lose it. Such as, do you remember I forgot the name of it. The potion that increases your XP by 15 minutes for 300%. That one. People were afraid. People were afraid it's going to go grey. That is the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, it stayed, and it did stay. But it didn't exactly go up. While the hype, it did go up. So these are the questions I'm going to leave with you guys. So if you want to go through them and just start from number 1, go through them all, think about what items can be affected. Because the best items to farm is, let's say, I, by myself, thought of these special super duper ribs, let's just say, right? And nobody else thought of them, and I stocked them up, and I stocked up an entire guild tab full. Soon as the expansion comes out, and they were in high demand, but nobody bothered to stock up on them. And now that they're hard to get, who'll be making the gold? I'll be making the gold. But if I told you guys to all invest in labor queue ribs, you can imagine. People have stockpiles. So anyways, this is what I wanted to leave you guys on, and hopefully this will help out some people. I know a lot of people are going to be like, but you didn't give me any information. I gave you the best information I can. And I'll put all these questions down in the comments, and I will in the description below, and hopefully help you guys out. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one. Bye bye.